there's a new culture in that sense, and it's very much welcome. I always hear from different sessions, if you don't know what you're going to be measuring, don't even try investing into that. And so I think this new generation of indicators the different donors are trying to put in place are very good for this alliance dialogue, for this partnership dialogue, and that should only improve situations and conditions into the future.
Okay, I'm going to call on Bill from DAI. If you please go ahead.
Sure, thanks, Dan. Thank you, Hamish. I've been working for the past year and a half with Chevron, well, I should say with Chevron's foundation that they've created in Nigeria called the Partnership Initiative for the Niger Delta, where we are actually, it's a very ambitious program, but it's really targeting kind of the stability in the Niger Delta as a whole, as well as wealth creation for the population, which is, as Hamish said, really one of the critical aspects where you have areas of high unemployment and political unrest. You can't solve them by addressing, just by doing a few contracts, because the number of people who benefit from supply contracts is actually, you can count them on one hand. And we're busy doing that right now with Chevron Nigeria, is actually finding out what is the depth and reach of their local community content purchasing, and it's kind of eye-opening. But it's a program that is very, it addresses instability, it addresses economic growth, it addresses capacity building, and policy analysis and advocacy. So it really brings the four together, and it's centered around economic growth. And this is really the, so all these other elements all come together. Initially it was kind of four separate pillars, but we've since brought them together into one common synergistic objective. And it's a very different model from what I've seen. I spent 7 years in South Africa running a South African consulting firm, which has been doing a lot of business linkages work. Has helped more than $3 or $4 billion worth of sales from small black companies into the formal economy in South Africa. But it's, coming at this from a systemic approach, and this is what I didn't quite hear much being talked about, and it's a question I'd actually like to put to the audience, or to the panel, and anybody in the audience, is, I work for a development consulting firm. We do this. What we try to do is to come in and make ourselves obsolete. Train up local service providers to do the training, to do the capacity building,